Welcome to today's Explainer. You know, when you're walking through Montreal, it is so easy to just get totally lost in the world-famous food and that absolutely stunning architecture. But beneath those bustling streets, well, there's a hidden, profound history that most people completely miss. So today, we're peeling back the layers to reveal the extraordinary forces that literally built this iconic metropolis.
So, do you truly know Montreal? It's a serious question. You might have walked past its beautiful buildings, maybe grabbed a coffee in a historic square, but do you understand the deeper story hiding behind all that brick and stone? Without grasping the profound impact of the city's history, and especially the waves of immigration that shaped this place, it's honestly incredibly easy to feel like just another disconnected outsider, even if you're standing right in the middle of it all. We're going to change that today and give you the ultimate insider's perspective on the forces that forged this incredibly dynamic city.
Because to truly connect with Montreal, we have to look way past the visible modern metropolis. We have to uncover the untold stories that are basically woven into every single street corner. This isn't just a story about how buildings were constructed. It's about how massive waves of human immigration forged the incredibly resilient spirit of the city we see today.
Okay, let's dive into part one, the Bedrock, colonial roots and the port.
Now, Montreal didn't just accidentally become this major hub. Its initial survival and the massive economic boom that followed were entirely dictated by its geography. Starting out as a colonial trading post, its strategic spot right there on the St. Lawrence River transformed it into the ultimate gateway to North America. And this geographic advantage, especially once they built the Lachine Canal to let ships bypass those crazy, treacherous rapids, that was the exact catalyst. It allowed Montreal to explode from a tiny outpost into a thriving major industrial powerhouse.
And you can actually see this history around you. The physical structures tell the story of Montreal's economic shifts over the centuries, moving from early colonial architecture to the really grand designs of later periods. Well, it isn't just about changing tastes. It's a permanent physical record of Montreal's growing global importance over the centuries.
Moving on to part two, the builders, waves of immigration. Now, what's really interesting here is how Montreal's identity is wonderfully dual-natured. On one side, you have the French Foundation. They laid down the initial culture, the language, and the legal framework. But on the other side, a tremendously rich global tapestry emerged. Italian, Eastern European, and Asian communities started arriving, layering their totally unique traditions and incredible cuisines directly over that original French framework. But here is the thing. Montreal isn't just about different groups living in isolated silos next to each other. It's all about true cultural fusion, a really dynamic blending that fuels the city's artistic and social energy. Take the famous Montreal bagel, for example. It is a brilliant culinary innovation born entirely from the fusion of Eastern European Jewish baking techniques adapted to fit a French-Canadian context. These diverse cultures interweave in ways that go way beyond just existing side by side. It creates the unmatched artistic and social energy the city is so famous for today. Let's bring this into the physical world with part three, the tangible past, landmarks that tell stories. So, to trace these layers yourself, you've got Old Montreal's colonial past, museums preserving immigrant experiences, and archives of French and immigrant leaders. You can start with a deep dive into the historic district of Old Montreal, but you really shouldn't stop there. You seek out the museums dedicated to preserving these diverse immigrant experiences and actually explore the archives documenting the leaders and the everyday people who left a permanent mark on the city. This is literally where history breathes.
And remember, history actively shapes the present. This layered past isn't just gathering dust in a basement archive somewhere. The colonial foundations and those centuries of immigration, they are the beating engine driving Montreal's current social dynamics, its vibrant multiculturalism, and that amazing community spirit. Which brings us to part four, the modern soul, resilience.
Montreal's history is above all a powerful narrative of resilience, immigration, and cultural fusion. The city's proven ability to adapt and warmly embrace new arrivals is a direct result of its immigrant-driven past. It's exactly what allows the city to remain endlessly fascinating, generation after generation.
Now, this explainer shouldn't just be something you passively watch. It should be something you actually use. So here is your heritage exploration checklist. Go explore the Old Montreal district, visit an immigrant history museum or archive, and find a colonial or industrial landmark. Seriously, take an afternoon to walk those cobblestone streets. Visit an institution like the Ponce-Caillère Museum to literally descend underground and see the unearthed architectural ruins of the city. Empower yourself to get out there and physically interact with these tangible layers of history.
And finally, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. How does this deep story of immigration change how you view modern diversity? When you realize that a city's vibrancy is directly tied to a legacy of welcoming diverse cultures, it kind of changes your entire perspective, doesn't it? I invite you to reflect on the hidden layers in your own favorite places. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, keep exploring.